What is going on, collective? Let's go ahead and start us off with some deep breaths. Okay, we're going to take our time. We're going to honor our pace at this time. I also would like to start us off with a prayer. Okay. And if you are one, who doesn't pray much, okay, and you're not really into prayer, I still would like to give this prayer to you and take it as a gift from me, okay? Almighty God, who gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak, we ask that you, dear Lord, to sustain us today with strength and power. Strengthen our faith when we come under attack or begin to grow weary with the challenges of this world, and strengthen our will to do good despite the actions of others, the perceived results, or our fleshly frustrations. Remind us that you are our guardian and deliverer and the supplier of our every need. Father, sustain us today and forevermore. In Jesus' name, thank you. Amen. Inshallah. We are out here doing another reading. This is for our number 4. Okay. You are seeing this number a lot, collective, and you have been drawn to this number. You have also either you have been drawn to this number, or you have always connected yourself with this number, and you have been connecting with this number for a while now. Okay, this is a reading for our number 4s. Let's start us off with some deep breaths and some affirmations here. Number 4s, okay. This is about getting grounded in where you are. 222, and I said that, okay. This is you settling in right here, right now, okay. Wherever you are, this is where you're starting. Okay, this is you having to honor your pace. I'm getting that you're tired. Okay, you're exhausted. And you would just like it if you can just have some peaceful rest and one that is going to give you a complete and full real rest. You are here to settle. You're in this moment right now, and you're settling in this very moment, okay? You are to let your nervous system settle in this very moment, okay? You are here and starting small and honoring this about yourself right here, right now, okay? And when I say number 4s, okay, the theme here is you grounding yourself in this place, wherever this place may be for you, okay? You may be one right now working with what you have, even if that looks very small, less. But you are one to start right here, right now, and you may even be one to be really accepting of yourself in this time of rest. And you have made the choice to, come to a complete stop and really slowing down because you're exhausted. You're tired. You can't go anymore. You can't force yourself to go anymore, to push yourself to go anymore farther. Because at this time, what you need is a long pause. Thank you, Spirit. And you are here to remind yourself to get grounded. You're allowed. I feel good when I can help others. 444. You may be one right now also reaching out, to people whom you know who are in need of help. And in doing so, this is also filling you up with joy. and reaching out and in helping others, this is also filling you up at the same time, and that's your fuel. Okay, you're accepting this about yourself, even if you are at a place where you feel like you have less. You are accepting of this. You know that you are good here, even though it looks less to you and to others. Okay, you are good here. You know, you're getting to know your shadow in this place. Okay, you're taking a long pause and you're telling yourself, okay, this is me healing myself and facing myself head on. This is me facing myself and my shadow head on, and I accept myself in this very moment with myself. 555. I am making changes in this place, whether this place looks small, okay, or not. You're growing here little by little. You are changing here. You are learning so much about yourself here in this place that I'm speaking of, wherever this place may be. We don't know what this place looks like. Only you know what this place looks like. Okay. You are one really understanding yourself in this space that you are in, and this space may not even look big. And this space may even look like just you sitting in your car, sleeping in your car, living in your car. This is you honoring yourself no matter what. This is you coming to a complete stop, a long pause, and giving yourself this break, this healing, this process of healing, and enjoying yourself in this safe space. Okay, and whether this would be in your car, you living in your car, I am speaking to somebody here when I say this, okay? I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. You are accepting of yourself here. You're very much accepting yourself in this space, even though this is small. This is you, living in your car. This is you having a moment in your car and enjoying that moment with yourself and really letting your nervous system settle in this moment in time. This could be you living in a basement, your friend's basement, your family's basement, and this space may not even look big to you, and this space may not even look all grand, but you are appreciating this time and this space for yourself right now and letting your nervous system settle in this very moment in time. You may be one right now sleeping and living in your friend's couch. I remember a time when I would sleep in my friend's couch, and she was nice enough to even invite me in and welcome me into her home and feed me with her food, and that was humble beginnings for me. That was a time for me where, I felt lost, a mess in my mind, and, things just didn't make sense to me. But I knew that I needed to find a safe space where I can feel okay. And what I mean by that is my nervous system telling me that I'm okay here. So you may be one sleeping in your friend's couch, okay? This could even be like you sleeping at a park. Finding anywhere where you can just rest. 909. And even a corner where you've made it really comfortable for yourself, like you have your things, your belongings, and whether you have less or more, this is you just having to search for a place, a corner where you can just pause and there's no distractions, there's nobody out to attack you, there's nobody out to get you, okay, 939, but this is like a corner where you can just feel safe, wherever that may be, outside or inside, wherever that may be. This is where you're letting your nervous system settle in and taking a long pause and really accepting yourself in this space. Okay, you are one who experienced great tragedy in your past and maybe even right now. And this led you to, really choosing to take this long pause and accepting that no matter where you are and no matter what your life looks like to anybody, after you've experienced this tragedy, whatever this may look like for you and however you want to define this, whether this would be trauma, somebody passing, you losing something, you losing somebody, this really led you, to really take a pause. You have been through many traumas and you just want peace. You just want to rest and just do that. And if you can find a corner, a little safe space where you can have this moment of peace, that's what you shall do. And I am also reminded to tell you, do not let anyone throw you off of your own pace, 1111. Don't let anybody throw you off your own pace. Your own pace is your own pace. You are allowed. Okay? This has been a healing process for you, and perhaps you now starting to get to know your healing process for yourself, okay? And when I say that, listen when I say that this number is and have been leading you to healthy, okay? You've been in this clutter in your mind, okay? I just heard the word clutter. And while you have been in this process of healing and this process of you choosing to take this long pause, this number has been following you, number 4. This number has been leading you up to healthy. And perhaps this number has been your guide, this number has been your protection, and letting you know that whatever you feel inside is actually true. This is your intuition telling you to follow this number, and you have been drawn and have been connecting with this number because this number has been leading you each time to safety. This is your guide. This is your protection. And hear me when I say, do not let this place confuse you and where you are with yourself mentally. And whether that is, and hear me when I say that, at this time, you're still getting to know your shadow. At this time, you're still, befriending your shadow, but you are not to stay there. I truly believe that we all, should get to know our shadow, but don't dwell in it. Don't dwell in it, and don't be entertained by the shadow and what the shadow may attract. We are to get to know our shadow, but we are not to stay in our shadow. We all belong in a place of light where there is joy and happiness, and real joy and happiness. We are all allowed we are to be in a place where there is light, where it is bright. We are to get to know our shadow, but we are not to stay in our shadow. We are not to be entertained by what our shadow, can do. You are to get clear with our shadow. We are to get clear with our shadow, but we are not to stay in our shadow. This place is going to confuse us and confuse our mind. This place is going to, keep telling you to do this and to do that and to get into this and to get into that. But you are to know your own mind for yourself. We are allowed to get to know our own mind for ourselves. And so if this looks like you having to go to a park and sitting with yourself for hours, do that. When you feel like there's clutter in your mind, get rid of it by sitting at a park and getting quiet and allowing yourself to release. And perhaps this is something that you've been taking action on. Number 4, okay? And listen, when I say that people will discourage you, when you choose a different path, people will step in and try to discourage you. Just expect that. But let them. Because you know exactly where you're going with yourself and having to follow your intuition. Do you see how comfortable she's sitting with that book in her hand? You are to get comfortable and as comfortable with yourself in this space that you are in. And if people are discouraging you to be on this path that you choose to be on, let them. And go on and enjoy a movie just sitting in your car with the windows down. That's what your life looks like right now. Let it be under the moonlit sky. Some of us, and I feel like I'm speaking to our millennials here that, I feel like I'm talking to our millennials and our Gen Zs, okay? I believe it's Gen Z. What is that? Oh my gosh. It's a fly, okay. I feel like I'm speaking to our millennials and our Gen Zs, okay? You're allowed to get to know your own intuition for yourself. You're allowed to get to know your inner voices, okay? And I feel like, I'm speaking to some of us here who were not taught to follow your own intuition. You weren't taught to honor your sensitivities. Perhaps you have been the person to really get to know your own sensitivities, but you feel like you always get discouraged by others by following your own intuition. And when I say follow your own intuition, your intuition is what is going to get you to the next level and where you want to be with yourself and who you truly are. You are one to really get clear with, what your intuition is saying. You are one to really get clear with your emotions. And also you are very intelligent when it comes to managing your emotions. Okay. You are one out here willing to get to know your shadow, but you are not one staying in it. You're allowing yourself to release in this safe space that you're in, whether that looks big or small. And for some of you, I'm getting like this is a small space that you're in, and you are using this space to your advantage to release. Because you can't find another place, you can't find a safe space where you are able to really release all of these negative emotions and this clutter in your mind, because it almost feels like people won't let you. So when I say that you are someone here who's allowing yourself to get to know your own shadow, but you are not one to dwell in it, you're really honoring your intuition at this time, and perhaps you're finding stability in this space. And, whether this looks big or small, collective, the space is very sacred to you. Okay. I had picked up on this energy, okay, some significance, and I feel like I'm speaking to somebody here very specific. There's something about a father figure here, okay? Something happened with this father figure, and I'm speaking to somebody here very specific when I say that. After what happened with this father figure, whatever that may be for you, this really encouraged you to find your own path. Okay, I'm going to pull up a card. And then for some of you, okay, this is another one very specific. Something happened in camp. And after what happened in camp, this also encouraged you to go on your own path. Okay, you had chosen to start all over. from here. So whatever happened in camp, this encouraged you to move forward alone on your own path and choosing your own path. And then when I speak to somebody about this father figure, it's the same thing. After what happened with this father figure, okay, whatever that may be for you and however that looked like for you, this encouraged you to move forward alone, choosing your own path. I know that I am never alone. And perhaps maybe you have been feeling this for quite some time, but you knew deep down and your intuition told you that if you don't get yourself out of this situation, you're going to get in trouble. If you don't get yourself out of this situation, you will be in even more trouble. So you're over here following your intuition, and your intuition is telling you to get out of this trouble. And so that's exactly what you did. You faced this alone. And you took responsibility for your own emotions and your own feelings. Thank you, Spirit. And you didn't allow anybody to step all over what your intuition was telling you. You see, you had chosen to start all over after what happened to you. Because after what happened to you made you feel unjust. And you bringing in fairness, you bringing in balance in your life, you choose to do this. You choose this path that you're on. You have chosen this path on your own because you are in trouble. And you knew that you were in trouble. And so you thought to yourself, well, there's no way out of this but to get myself out of it, because it almost felt like you were trapped. And it's like the people around you weren't allowing you to go on your own path. And this is what I mean by you having to be so brave to take on and choosing on this true, authentic path for yourself. I'm hearing you're going the right way. I'm hearing that you're choosing the right thing for yourself. You really are. You're choosing a path where there is fairness and real rest and stability. Okay? You are one to really settle in this place. Okay? In this place. You are to honor your pace. Okay? Don't let this place confuse you and where you are with yourself. And perhaps you had taken this path to save you. Keep going and keep doing that. I love you guys so much, and I'm sending you love and support. My name is Kimber. If you would like a personal reading, all of my information will be down in the description box below. You already know. I love you guys so much, and thank you for tuning in for another reading. I will see you in the next. Love and peace. Take care. Bye.